Sexuality is sometimes taboo to talk about in public, but this isn't the case. The LGBTQ community is a hidden gem in Milwaukee. There's even a festival in Summerfest celebrating the freedom of being you no matter what sexuality or gender you identify as. And I'm Coming Out, we'll explore the journey of a handful of beautiful souls spreading across the LGBTQ spectrum as they put the fab in fabulous, honey.
Well, I didn't ever actually come out to my family, which is really interesting. I actually just, me and my mom are super close, so it kind of just sort of seeped out into that. I was super nervous because I'm her only child. She had me when she was older, so I just didn't want to disappoint her in the whole grandchildren aspect and just asking all these questions and all that kind of stuff. So I really didn't want to disappoint her, just like let her dreams kind of. So it kind of just sort of seeped out to my mom, honestly. And she's okay with it. Like, she loves me for me and it's great, but we've always been kind of close, so.
I kind of forced myself, to like guys because my sisters did and my friends did, so I never really did until I actually moved to Texas because it was more open somehow, some way, I don't know, at my school. A lot of my friends were, so I was like, I don't know. I was just like, it's kind of different, but it kind of feels normal, so that's how I started to kind of explore with one of my friends and things like that. So, of course, I was like, oh, yeah, this is right. Because I remember one time I was over my cousin's house and they had, like, guys over. And, of course, one was for me and it didn't work out. Like, I was just like, ugh. Like, no, it did not work out. And I was like, you got to go. I made a big excuse and then he kind of left.
I realized because it was my sophomore year in math class, this girl was... Some people kept telling me she was into me and she was trying to talk to me. And I thought it was kind of weird, but I'd never talked to a girl. So I gave her my phone number to, like, humor her, I guess. But I ended up liking her. I don't know. I was scared at first because it was different. And when she tried to kiss me, I was like, no, that's weird.
It was, like, everything. Like, we have a lot of things in common. We met at Pride. We were dancing. She came over, started dancing with me. It was pretty magical, I have to say. But yeah, it's just, like, everything about me attracted to her. Like, it's just her personality, her vibe. Like, we have so many things in common. We both love kids. We're both vegetarian. We kind of have, like, the same kind of funky style. So yeah, we were kind of a fit from the start.
We go to church. Me and my girlfriend, Amber, goes to church. We try to go every Sunday, but we have our schedules, we get tired and stuff like that. But it's very serious to us, yeah. I don't know, in my family, growing up, we went to church like every Sunday, and pretty much when I came out, they didn't like that, They immediately went to our faith, like, this is not in the Bible. The Bible says, homosexuality is a sin, and I felt so ashamed. I became, like, depressed. Like, I hated myself. I didn't know who to go to. It was very tough growing up. I still have, like, a little insecurities to this day, but I've came a long way, so I love myself, and I'm continuing to grow to love myself more.
Now I don't care what people think now. I actually like telling people because they're like, what? I didn't know that you were gay. I think it's funny how people react to it. So yeah, I'm completely open with it.
I still have pretty self-esteem, but I just feel like once I was able to accept myself for who I was and to finally be true to myself about my sexuality, which I was always kind of glossed over, didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't know what the hell was going on, that sort of thing. But I feel like now I have definitely accepted myself more, and I'm okay with it, and that it is what it is, because I am the happiest I've ever been in my entire life right now. So, I mean, it's like that whole, like, sorry, not sorry. That's kind of how I feel. It's like, sorry, not sorry, because I'm super happy, and I want people to accept me because I'm still the same person. I'm still the same Amber. I'm still the same goofy kid from 6th grade, like, exactly. hasn't changed at all, except for my spouse, hopefully future spouse, is a female and not a male, and that's literally it. So I've tried to, get my friends to understand that. I've lost a couple friends. I've lost one super deep friendship because of it, and that's pretty hurtful, especially because like I was there for them and their kids and all their memories and their wedding and these beautiful things that they got to experience, and I don't have them by my side, and that's pretty sad. But I'm okay with it because, like I said, I'm the happiest I've ever been. So
At one point, I didn't really accept being gay. I didn't. My girlfriend at the time, she wanted to hold my hand in public in like PDA, and I was really just thinking like, I don't know. I don't want people to be staring at us, and I don't want people to think I'm gay.
Being black, well, it's already a target on me, nowadays society, well, it's just been in the past, slavery, you can go back to that. We have a target on our backs already, so I have to already have a fight, for everything I go towards in life. So, what else? I'm sorry.
Good about being gay and being black.
Being gay and black, I feel like though the hate comes most within the family, honestly. And I don't know, strangers, I feel like they accept me more. They look at me, they sometimes mistake me for a guy a lot. I think it's more because of my haircut, that's probably most of it. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but the hate really comes within my culture and my family, sadly, because our faith is so strong when it comes to homosexuality. But any other type of sin, it's okay, but.
Together for 2 years now. How we met was actually through one of my high school friends. She was talking to this girl that she went to a fire camp with, and the girl, I guess, was saying how she wanted to be in a relationship, or she wanted to talk to someone new. And my friend mentioned me, and she was like, okay, give me her number or whatever, ask her if I can have her number. And my friend asked me, and I said, yeah. And I didn't think that the girl who I'm with now, I didn't think that she was cute, but I missed having a girlfriend. I liked having a girlfriend more than I liked having a boyfriend.
I want to say I'm kind of in that like situation right now. I just feel as though like why my family, like our faith is so strong. It's all about peace and accepting, difference. And I guess homosexuality is different. Why won't they accept me? And, they're all about God, but it's like, I don't know, they pick and choose.
I don't really ever go looking for a boyfriend or girlfriend. They really, it just happens. As far as types, I don't really have types. It's just kind of about your personality more, I guess I would say. So I'm more into personality, not like looks or anything like that. Not money. Not money.
I've wanted to become it because I've been in the system, so I could connect with being, gay. Yeah, I guess that is. I never really looked at it as that. It never really connected towards that. It was just like I've been in the system. I know how it feels to be alone and to go house to house. You will make it. You are a fighter. You're strong. Nobody can tell you different. Like push past any obstacle. Find support and friends. Like family isn't just through blood. It's connection and energy and vibes, and support, of course, and love.
In the LGBT community, drag shows are a must. They showcase drag kings and drag queens as they dance and express their sexuality and just how they're feeling through dance and song.
I feel like I've always wanted to be a performer in some aspect, some way or another. I think right around the time I turned 21 was when I really started realizing what the art of drag could do for me as an individual and what I could bring to it. And I started doing it kind of by happenstance, and I had no idea how to be a queen. I still don't. I had no idea how to be a queen at that point, and so it was like just throwing everything together and assembling a show, and before you know it, we had like this really interesting community going of people who were doing all sorts of different forms of performance art, and I developed a knack for hosting, and I realized that I have a brighter personality than I ever did without the outlet, and so from that point on I kind of became hooked, and here I am today. But I don't think there's a single drag queen out there who would still do drag if she didn't love it. So the happiness thing is something that kind of fluctuates. There are nights where you come home and you are not sure of what you would have done for your audience. You're not sure like if you conveyed yourself the way that you had wanted to, and those nights are terrible. Those nights you think to yourself like, I didn't give it my all. But then there are nights where you come home and you feel great, and you know that people were receptive to it and you did what made you happy. And on those nights, that's really what makes it worth doing. If you don't understand the art form, it's not for you. As harsh as that sounds, I do encourage you, though, if you don't like what you see when you see a drag queen or a drag king, keep an open mind with it, and I can promise you that we'll change your mind about us. Drag is something that you can literally make anything happen. I am a comedy queen. A lot of what I do stems from, life experiences and my love of assorted outlets of media that I find funny, so I try and make my audience laugh. If you're not somebody who feels confident making your audience laugh, you can be a dancer, you can be an artistic performer, you can do anything with drag, and that's the magic about it. It's an all-encompassing art form. Honestly, I will not explain myself to anybody who doesn't understand me, and I guess I can give advice to kids who are like me. Just be you 100% all of the time, and it doesn't matter what anybody says. You have heart and you have soul.
I started dancing when I was actually a little kid. I've been dancing ever since I was 6 years old. When I was in high school, I started dancing for Radio Disney as like their promotions team, out and about at events. I was a dancer in high school. We started a freestyle group, and I was a cheerleader. So I've just always been like performing, and I cheered in college as well. So it's always been a passion of mine. And after I graduated college, I needed an outlet. I was working and I wasn't really doing anything. And I've always wanted to do drag. And actually, the first time I did drag, I was in high school for like a boys' beauty pageant. And after that, I put it in a bag, forgot about it. And it was a couple years ago, I had the idea to just try it. And here I am. So I've been dancing and performing on stage, and this is my outlet. Drag wasn't always like a goal or a plan for me, but once I started doing, I felt like, you know what, this was my purpose. Like, this is something I was meant to do. I was meant to be on the stage. I was meant to be in front of a crowd, performing, dancing, and, entertaining the crowd. Like, I love to make people happy, to make people smile, and anytime I'm on stage, I get that opportunity. Being a drag queen, obviously, some people live for it, and a lot of people really, really dislike it and think it's a negative thing. I've actually dealt with it before from family members and friends of family members and things of that nature who don't like what I do. They don't like that I dress as a woman, and I get it because it's a hard pill to swallow, especially like for me. I grew up in a very religious household, so we don't talk about it. It's kind of like a thing that most of my family knows about, but we don't talk about just because we don't need to open those wounds. But as far as me being gay, most of them know, and for the most part, my parents have been very accepting, so that I was lucky to have parents who accepted me and allowed me to continue to, be in the family. I wasn't kicked out or disowned or anything, but definitely doing drag has created rifts in my family, especially like communicating with certain family members. They don't really talk to me as much. But it's not about the people who don't like it. It's about what makes you happy at the end of the day and what makes you feel loved and accepted. And you have to surround yourself with people who make you feel loved and accepted. And that's what I did. Move at your own pace. Everybody, like if you feel like you can't hold yourself in the closet anymore, you have to come out, do it. Do what's right for you. If you know it's gonna cause problems in your personal life or put you in immediate threat or danger of like death or harm, don't do it. Wait until you have the right support system around you to come out and to be open to the world.